Hey, Brent Parker here, Jacksonville Beach, Florida. And, I just had some thoughts today. I see so many people struggling online, and, it really kind of bothers me, to be honest with you, because some of these people have become good friends of mine, even just over the internet. And, I see them struggling, and I see them in communities that really are not, they just don't have the core aspects in their community to succeed. And, hopefully, for their sake and for the whole community's sake, the leaders of those communities get to a place where they will humble themselves and realize that they can't reinvent the wheel, that a lot of people's income and time and energy and, just people are at stake, and, their families are at stake. And, so I just want to come on and just share with you, what I know to be the five core aspects of an internet marketing system that you must have. And I think you'll agree if you've been online any time at all. These five core aspects have to be involved in the system or the community that you're involved in, or you're really going to be chasing your tail for a long time if even one of these is missing, because they all have to work congruently together for a system to work. I mean, this has been proven, not just with my own system. Um, it's been proven with other systems that have been online longer than me, with other leaders that are not just 6 and 7 figure earners, but 8 figure earners. And these are proven principles. And what's shocking is there's even some other 7 and 8 figure earners that they've actually earned their money selling products and selling things online, and they're really good at that. But when it comes to creating a community or a system that actually works for people that are new to the industry, they really are fumbling through that. And that's why I say, if they would just humble themselves and look at the leaders in the industry that actually have systems that are working, man, they're going to help a lot more people, and they're going to stay a lot less frustrated, because the fact is this industry has turned from a product, from just being able to create an info product and sell it as a direct sales opportunity, to an affiliate world with 100% commissions. And if you're not making at least 70 or 80% commissions on a product, that's another way that you're spinning your wheels, which I don't even have in here in the five core principles. But that's, I think, kind of a given, especially if you've been online even a couple of weeks and you've seen anything out there. You know that 100% commissions are the way to go these days. Or a product that has a lot of value, that has a lot of expense to it. Maybe if you're getting paid 70, 80% commissions. And I'm not talking about a tiered bonus. I'm talking about a multi-level commission structure. I mean, we've known for years, my goodness, since Amway began, way back in the day, that's the commission structure that works. And now that we have info products at 100% commission versus the old 30 and 40% or 50% commissions, with other products that cost so much money to create and to maintain and everything, it's just a no-brainer. So 100% commissions, MLM, online marketing, I mean, those are kind of the three givens. But inside that structure, I want to share with you what I know to be factual, because you can study the systems that are succeeding, that are paying out millions of dollars, a month, to their affiliates. And, obviously those are the ones you want to pay attention to. So, number one, and I've just gotten these written down, I'm going to read them off. The system has to teach you to drive traffic to a lead capture page primarily with paid marketing. If they don't emphasize paid marketing, they likely don't understand it, or they have a system that doesn't convert those kinds of leads. That's one big deal. If you don't have some kind of paid marketing training, and if there's not at least some aspect of that community that you're involved in that emphasizes, hey man, this is where the gold is then the paid marketing, the paid traffic, then you really need to run. You're dealing with amateurs, because it doesn't take rocket science to know. Everybody knows the old cliche, it takes money to make money. Now, the cool thing about internet marketing is you can get started, with a system doing some organic marketing like Craigslist marketing, some basic social media on your wall and connecting with people that way, and then some YouTube marketing and some blogging, which I actually recommend YouTube YouTube marketing and blogging above anything else from an organic standpoint. And I'm not saying you should neglect social media or Craigslist, but those things are much slower when you're just kind of reaching out to one person at a time. It's just like, I mean, you're really throwing automation out the window when you do marketing like that. I hope you understand that when you get on Facebook and you just post things on your wall, or you go out and you get in groups and you try to interact with people one on one. I mean, for Pete's sake, man, you might as well go join Amway. No offense, but you're not utilizing. People that do that are not utilizing the phenomenon of automation to reach a massive group of people with a message all at once with a few clicks of a button. And that's really what we all want to get to, is we want to get to that automated income where we work 2 or 3 hours a day, because I believe you always need to do some marketing. You need to pay attention to your paid marketing, even if that's all you're doing. You need to know what's converting. You need to experiment with lead capture pages and all that kind of stuff. I'm not going to get into training you on paid marketing. But here's the thing: if you're in a position where you cannot afford any paid marketing, I mean, you don't even have $100 to get started with some paid marketing. My first advice is go borrow some and buy yourself an education. I mean, go borrow 20 grand, seriously. And you might not make any money with that 20 grand, but you'll learn. You'll learn it. You'll get an education. And what's interesting to me is, as internet marketers, we come into this industry and we think that we're going to make a bunch of money. We think we're going to make money more than a doctor or a successful lawyer or something like that, which obviously our industry affords you those opportunities. But to think that you're going to do that with a cheap education is nonsense. You're not. You're not. It's going to take you either a lot of time and effort, or it's going to take you a good chunk of change and still a little time and effort. So, two choices here if you want to be successful online. And I'm just going to tell it to you straight, man. I've been online 2 years now, and I'm successful in the industry. I've got multiple streams of income, and it's because I've been able to sit in front of my computer 15, 18 hours a day learning this stuff and spending thousands of dollars and experimenting with things. And I figured it out. You know what I mean? It's like you get to a place where it's like, okay, this is how it works. And what I can tell you is paid marketing is the fastest, easiest way to get there. And you literally need about 20 grand. I'm not going to lie to you. You need about 20 grand to figure this stuff out and to experiment with it, even with the right training in front of you. That, if you're spending, by the way, if you spend less than $500 for a paid marketing course, you've wasted your money. It's $500 to $1,000 to $2,000, $3,000 to get good paid marketing training. It's just the way it is. I'm just telling you. I've bought a lot of stuff out there, man. And so that's one way. The other way is to sit in front of your computer day in and day out. Now, part of the reason that I sat in front of my computer so many hours the first couple of years is because I was building marketing systems. So I wasn't just doing marketing. I wasn't just learning marketing. I learned the marketing in 6 months. But I was building a marketing system. And so that's a whole nother animal that you don't have to do. I mean, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You can market other people's established systems, right? And you can make more money, doing that a lot of times. And I just have the ambition to do that, and so I did that. But within about 6 months of learning the organic marketing, learning the paid traffic, I had it. I understood it. So it doesn't have to take that long. But if you're going to go paid traffic, you need to have about at least 10 grand. Okay, I'm just going to be honest with you. If you're going to go strictly organic traffic, you need 2 years in front of your computer, full time in front of your computer for 2 years. Making videos, making blog posts, learning what causes them to rank, buying the little tools and things to get your backlinks, all that kind of stuff. Organic marketing works, but it's long-term marketing. It's a way to get business and sign-ups and eyeballs to your offer, to your business opportunity long-term. Because obviously, once you make a video or a blog post, it's out there forever. And it'll attract people forever if you've learned how to optimize it and get it in front of enough people. So that's I don't think you should ever abandon organic marketing, even if you're a paid marketing expert. But you can, you definitely can. On the other hand, you really can't just do paid marketing and never get into paid traffic. So first thing there, I know I harped on this one a lot, but to me it's a big deal, man, and people don't emphasize it enough. And after 2 years of learning and doing and everything, I'm telling you, man, paid marketing is where it's at. If you don't have a community that's teaching you paid marketing, that doesn't have a course on paid marketing that you can buy and you can get involved with today, you gotta have one. And the best one that I know of, you can get by clicking the link below this video. By the way, I've put that down there for you. If you really you want to get through all the junk and not buy the garbage and not listen to the amateurs that are trying to put something out there just to get your money. If you want to listen to people that have made millions of dollars with paid marketing, click the link below this video and get that course. Number two, has an automated system in place that sells the opportunity for you without individual interaction to create the sign up. Okay, now I stress the word individual interaction. So if you have a system that is automated, right, which most systems are automated, you drive lead to a capture page, they see the sales video, either converts them or doesn't convert them. Well, obviously you've captured that lead, and for some of you this is more advanced than you can understand, but if you'll just listen over time, you'll start to get this. I mean, if you're brand new, you don't even know what a lead capture page is, for instance, but lead capture page is a page that you bring people to get their email, and then once they put their email in, then they see a sales video that sells them on the opportunity that you're involved in. And so at the end of the day, most systems are automated. I mean, for Pete's sake, if it's online, it should be automated. But at the end of the day, if you are required, if they're teaching you, or if you think you have to go out and do some individual interaction, like through email or through social media, and get on a little chat with them on social media, I mean, that's just, man, I just feel for people that try to build a business that way, because it's not duplicatable. I mean, people don't have 8-10 hours a day to sit around on Facebook and chat with people to try to get them to sign up for something. It's just crazy, man. There's just so much easier ways to do this, guys. And I'm not saying I'm not saying you shouldn't do it in the beginning, maybe the first couple of weeks, when you're just really kind of getting the word out to your friends and family type thing. But after that, you really got to learn some automated marketing. You have to learn to drive traffic to your website in a more sophisticated manner, where more people see it at once, so that when you create something, when you do something, when you push those buttons to create something on your computer, it's on the internet and multiple eyeballs can see it ongoing, which is called organic marketing. Paid traffic is the same way. Once you post and you pay for a paid ad somewhere, it's sitting there for a certain period of time, and people are clicking on it. And the reason paid traffic is so awesome is because there's no time spent, really. You just kind of you buy the ad. Now you have to spend time learning paid marketing and how it works. But once you get it, you start buying it, and you figure out what works for you, and people click on those ads, and that's it. I mean, you're just buying clicks. Okay, for an example, to kind of keep it simple. But anyway. The other thing is, number three, it teaches you to convert those leads that don't convert when they see the system the first time with more automation. Okay, so this is basically an autoresponder. If you have a company that's not emphasizing to you that you need an autoresponder of your own, then I mean that's a for sure sign. Run away, because number one, they're probably stealing your leads. Number two, they're just not sophisticated marketers. They're not out for you. They're out for them at some point. If you're not capturing your own leads in an autoresponder, and they're not teaching you how to follow up with those leads effectively to get them to sign up after they've seen the offer once or twice, man, the money's in the follow-up. If you're not using automation in your follow-up, wow, you might as well go knock on doors and sell vacuum cleaners, really. You might as well. You'll make more money. Number four, has an automated system in place to upsell your new members and to hire more valuable products. So, in other words, once your members get inside, there should be a system in place where they're constantly in front of opportunities to buy up through the system, to buy more valuable, higher cost products that you make higher commissions on. Because most what we call a front end offer or a front end product, it can't be more than about $50. I mean, $30-$40 is kind of the max, and so it's kind of hard to sell somebody a $3 or $4 or $5 or $6 or a $700 product, or $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 product in a video. It's just not that much trust online these days. I think when my kids get older, that'll be happening, but right now it's not. We're not there yet. People don't have that much trust in internet marketing and internet purchasing to do that, to buy those big old fat products in one simple look of a video. They need some interaction. They need to be part of a community. They need to get around some people that have bought those upper level products. And if your community doesn't have upper level products where there's a system in place that sells your team for you, to purchase those with, again, high commissions, 70, 80, 100% commissions, I mean, run away. You're in an inferior community that's going to waste your time, and they don't know what they're doing, because if they did, they would have that in place. Absolutely essential. Number 5, last one, has a human touch. Now, this is a big one that a lot of systems don't have. And even systems that have made some money, that have been successful in the past to some degree, the ones that are really cutting edge right now have this in place. So it's a human touch component in the upsell process. And specifically what I mean by this is a phone call made by a sales pro or a sales coach to close you on to close your higher ticket sales for you. So, people get into a community, maybe there's a $500 or $1,000 product. They'll probably buy that once they're in the community. They've cultivated some trust with some of the members, with yourself as their sponsor, things like that. They've gotten on some webinars, some conference calls. They see that it's real. They've heard testimonies. They see that it's real, and people are really making money, and the products are really valuable based on testimonies of others. Then they'll probably buy those. But when you get into $3,000, $4,000 products, okay, $2,000 even really, you kind of need a phone call to be made, right? You need somebody to call in and give that personal touch. Because, again, the internet doesn't have that trust base yet, I don't believe, to be able to sell a high number. And I'm not saying you can't sell any, but a high number of high-ticket products without a phone call in place. I don't believe it's possible to get a high number of them. Now, you might sell a $3,000 or $4,000 product to one out of every 200-300 people that join you, right? But I mean, if you want to sell a high ticket product, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 and up, to somebody that's joined you, and you want to do it, you want to sell it to 20-30% of the people that have joined you in the lower ticket products, then you need a phone call. You need somebody to do that for you, and there's systems in place, and there's a growing number of these systems popping up where they're having a phone sales pro, and it needs to be somebody that knows how to close sales on the phone. To close those high-ticket products for you, because who wants to sit around on the phone, right? So 2 things, that you should take away from this more than anything. You don't want to sit around on your computer 8 hours a day trying to make sales on Facebook, private messaging people, joining groups, and all that kind of stuff. That's going to wear you out, and it's not duplicatable. Not everybody has the time and the energy or the want to do that, right? Who wants to do that, all that work? Secondly, if you have a system with high-ticket products, which you should, if you don't, you need to run, but if you do, and there's no kind of human touch programmed in the system, when they get to a place where they're ready to buy the really high-dollar products, then, man, your income is going to be capped, okay? So the 5th one is really not so much as much an essential as maybe, say, number 1, where they got to have a paid traffic product and an education system that teaches you paid traffic. If they're abandoning that, if they're not talking about it, if it's just lightly mentioned, I mean, you got to get out of that thing, But number 5 is really for the big hitters. I mean, really, that's why I say there's been systems out there that have only had, the first 4 in place that have made some good money. But the ones that are really making big fat money, okay, that are really getting you to a place where you can work 2 to 3 hours a day from your computer, anywhere in the world that you have an internet signal, through doing paid marketing in a couple of hours on your computer, doing your organic traffic, creating a video and a blog post every day, sending it out to your list. That's all I do. I just gave you away a ton of information right there in that sentence. I mean, that's organic marketing for you if you want to know. Make a YouTube video every day, post it on your blog, write about it a little bit if you have time, or if you want to, or if you're extra inspired about that topic, and send it out to your email list. It's really that simple. That's organic marketing in a nutshell. Now, there's some other things to it that make it more effective that you'll learn over time, but you need to start doing those things every day. In the meantime, learn some paid marketing. Get involved in a community that has a paid marketing product. Do it today, man. I'm telling you, without it, you're going to really. You're probably. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what we see happen. You're either going to quit, you're going to give up, and you're going to quit. And you're going to be pissed off and kick the dirt and say that this stuff doesn't work, and y'all are a bunch of idiots, or you're a bunch of crooks, And you see a lot of people doing that because they don't have any paid marketing training. They've not been given the secret, folks. And the secret, you've been looking for the secret, I'm going to tell you. The secret, and I found this out, and a lot of leaders won't tell you this, but the secret is paid traffic. The secret is paid traffic. I'm telling you. You got to learn paid traffic. Secondly, and if I had any amount of money in the world, I'd buy a paid traffic product. I would stop everything. I'd buy a paid traffic product. I'd sit in front of my computer and I'd learn paid traffic. And if I had to, I'd go get another job out in the real world, out in the offline space, and buy that paid traffic product or borrow the money to buy it. And I'd sit and learn it in my spare time when I got home from work. And that's what I would do. That's what I would do if I had to do my first 2 years over. I'd say, where's the best paid traffic product? Let me get that. Let me keep working this silly job I got to pay the bills, and let me learn this thing in the evening or in the weekends, however much time I have. And I guarantee you, man. Well, I can't guarantee anything because I don't know you. I don't know how hard you'll work. But point here's what I can tell you. Here's what I can guarantee you is that it's going to be a faster track than all this other stuff you're learning on how to create leads and how to convert leads on the internet, especially this silly nonsense of recruiting people on Facebook and messaging people all day and all that silliness, man. You're going to wear yourself out. You're going to wear your team out, and you're all going to burn out and quit, and you're going to be mad at the industry and upset with yourself and feel defeated. And I don't want to see you do that, man. I really hope. I got friends in my mind right now that are doing that, and I really hope that they just get a clue and don't do that. Not that I'm calling them stupid, but it's because I care about them and I don't want to see them fail and fall on their face because they're good people and they're actually really good marketers. They just don't have the tools and the knowledge that they need to really make this happen. But then the other thing is you've got to have an automated system. You got to have something that teaches you automation to convert your leads that don't convert on the front end, and then you've got to have an automated system that upsells people through higher level products. And this is what makes a happy, healthy online internet marketing community profitable, ultra profitable, so that you can retire wealthy in the next couple of years. So this is Brent Parker. Hopefully you've gotten some value out of this. I know I kind of went through it fast. You can replay this video if you want to, but I'm passionate about this, man. I mean, I've been around enough now. I mean, I've added it up over 1,000 hours in front of my computer, and I guarantee if you could name a product, I've bought it, I've gone through it, I've learned it, I've chewed the meat, spit out the bones, I've taken it to the next level, of the next product, and what I can tell you is paid traffic is where it's at, man. It's where you're making all your money. It's where you're going to make the big money fast. Get you a paid traffic course, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.